So welcome back to another video here on the channel. As the title says, Seed of Chucky review. Seed of Chucky. If you enjoy, smack the like button, please subscribe and hit that notification bell. Let's get into this. So, good old Seed of Chucky. This is everybody's favorite, right? I hate this movie. This movie doesn't anger me like Freddy's Dead does, but it comes close. This movie disrespects Chucky, disrespects Tiffany, and I don't know why this movie was approved. I know Don Mancini could do better, and I don't know why this movie was made. Another studio had to be brought in because Universal did not want to lay their paws on this movie. That's how bad it is. Let that sink in. They had to bring in another studio. They had a terrible intro. I'm not going into the details because if you've seen this movie, you know what the intro is. Whatever. The only two positives that I can really give this movie is the scene where Glenn in the opening gets knifed from the cake. I get Halloween vibes from that, so I like that. I get like Halloween vibes, Psycho vibes, so it's cool. The decapitation scene, I like that scene. But the pissing the pants part, we can just do away with that. But like the scene where like he gets, that man's head gets cut off. Tony Gardner's head, when his head gets cut off, I like that scene. But then the rest, I don't care for it. But them the only two positives. The rest is all negatives. I can't wait to get into this. So, let's talk about this movie. So, you had an awesome ending in Bride of Chucky, and of course they did a Halloween 5 on us and ruined it. The secret, you gotta think how cool this sounds. The son of Chucky sounds so cool on paper. There's so much potential there, but it falls flat on his face in every single way possible. I like Don Mancini. He is a good writer. I don't know what went wrong here. Like I just said, they had to bring in another studio because Universal did not want to touch this movie. They legit wanted zero part in this movie. You know what I mean? Basically this movie, you're following Glenn. Somehow he ends up in London, which I don't know how that's possible because Bride of Chucky took place in New Jersey. So I guess we retconned Bride of Chucky when whatever. Anyway, so Glenn is in the London or UK with this ventriloquist man, and I don't know how he got him, but whatever. So there's him, and then Glenn, which this makes no sense. Then Glenn packaged himself. Glenn packaged himself into a box. He mails himself across the state. To Los Angeles. Again, somehow Chucky and Tiffany are in Los Angeles on a movie set when Bride of Chucky took place in New Jersey. And Charles Lee Ray's blood was all over and all in Chucky, so somehow I guess these dolls are safe to use, right? So somehow they're in Los Angeles, and somehow Glenn, that's a human in the doll. I don't know how he got in the doll body, but now he's being he shipped himself to Los Angeles, which I don't even know how that's possible, because how did he tape the box himself? Whatever there. Again, he's human, so wouldn't you suffocate in a box for that long? Yeah, you would. But it's movie magic, right? So he suffocated, so I would think he would suffocate in the box, but regardless. Now the character Glenn's always been a mixed bag for me. I kind of see a Jekyll and Hyde type of thing going on, but it's written horribly. So like I said, you got Glenn that somehow doesn't die in the box, and then for some odd reason they rewrite the Heart of Damballa, and they basically rewrite Chucky and even Tiffany, that now they have to be awoken. So if they don't get awoken, but they're humans, so why do they have to be awoken? Yeah, but let's rewrite the characters that was already established in the first 3 movies and Bride, okay? Why? Why was that needed? So, they rewrite Chucky and Tiffany in this one, and they do all that, and yeah, as you see, I'm just kind of tired. I'm just tired of this movie. Like, I wish this movie never existed, but here exists. So, anyways, so this movie continues on. Chucky jerks off for some odd reason. In this movie, Tiffany shows her tits for some odd reason, so we got to deal with all that. And then Chucky does in the cup, and that happens, and then there's a turkey baster involved. Then these kids come out because of a turkey baster. There's these magical kids that just come out because of a voodoo pregnancy, right? All this, and it's just fully not explained, so there's that, and yeah, right. And then Chucky knows Kung Fu, and Chucky's made in, the doll is made in Japan now, which contradicts itself, because then you're saying Child's Play 1 and 2 took place in Japan, which it never did. Why bring up Japan's? Because the Good Guy factory is in Chicago, Illinois, and it says the Good Guy doll is made in Japan, yada yada this, so there's that. Seed of Chucky is a horrible movie. Do not watch this movie. It's the worst movie of all time. Now, why was this movie made? I'm not sure. And this review has inspired me to make another video. I've thought about making for so long that I'm, going to make it. Seed of Chucky is not canon. I don't care what you say to me, but there's no way this movie's canon. You're sitting here rewriting Bride of Chucky. You're sitting over here rewriting the first two movies. You're rewriting the franchise that's been already established. And Seed of Chucky has forced comedy. Seed of Chucky has forced comedy that no one asked for. No one asked for forced comedy. Forced comedy doesn't work in Seed of Chucky. The horror name shouldn't be beside Seed of Chucky. It's just a comedy. It's not even a horror comedy. It's just a comedy movie with Chucky in it. It's basically a spoof. But back on topic of what I was saying, this movie's not canon. There's no way this movie's canon. Because Chucky and Tiffany would be an evidence depository. And there's no way Glenn went to the UK, London. There's no way. There's no way. And yeah. As much as Don Mancini wants to make Seed of Chucky canon, as much as he tries to force it in canon, there's no way this movie's canon. Oh, and that's another negative. Well, this whole movie's a negative. It's the movie within a movie meta that they do. It's horrible. The only movie that does that well is The New Nightmare. Everybody copied The New Nightmare after. But yeah. Regardless, Seed of Chucky, one of the worst horror movie stories. It feels so short too. It feels so short, like scenes were cut or something. It just feels so short. Like for the shortest horror movie I've ever watched. It just feels so short to me. There's another, I had to really think about it, but there is another positive. I did like the scene where Chucky's chopping down the door. That scene made me smile, a shiny nod. And then we get to the Kung Fu scene, and I'm just disappointed again. So yeah, Seed of Chucky. What an amazing movie, right? I only say about 3 positives, and that's about it. The rest is all negatives. Why was this movie made? Again, I'm gonna make a separate video when once I finish these, once I finish these reviews, because I got some more Chucky videos that I want to, get done. I say by July 4th, because in July I'm gonna start the Halloween videos and everything like that. But the point is, Seed of Chucky is not canon. As much as Don Mancini wants to force it in canon, and there's no way. I've even thought about it for years and years, and just there's no way this movie's canon. There's no way it can. All what you call say Child's Play 1 and 2 took place in Japan. No, it didn't. There's some stuff you can just go with. You know what I mean? In any movie, really, in any movie, really, there's stuff that you can just go with. But in Seed of Chucky, there's stuff that you can go with. It's bad. Don't watch it. Seed of Chucky, 4 out of 4. It's a 4 out of 4. Last time I'm talking about this movie on the channel, unless I decide to do that other video where I talk about Seed of Chucky is not canon, which I may, I'm gonna do that I'm gonna do that video regardless. But after that video, I'm not talking about this movie anymore. I'm not gonna do a revisiting of it. I will pick the movies out of this franchise that I will do a revisiting for. I did it last year, but do not expect a Seed of Chucky revisiting. Don't do it. Obviously, I'm going to revisit Child's Play, the remake and the original around Halloween. Obviously, I'm going to revisit those around Halloween. But Seed of Chucky, do not, I'm seriously not joking, do not ask me. After I make that video where I talk about this movie, it's not canon, don't ask me to talk about this movie. Don't ask me to do a review. Because just don't. Once I get the ranking and once I make that other video about this movie, then I'm done with Seed of Chucky. This movie's horrible. But, yeah, if you enjoyed, if I like button, play subscribe, hit the notification bell. This movie's a 4 out of 4. Better yet, I give it a 1. But yeah, all jokes aside, it's really a horror. It's really a snooze fest. It's boring. It's unoriginal. It's not funny. It's just bland. So yeah, let me know your thoughts on Seed of Chucky in the comments below, and I'll see you guys in the next video.